aurten Pazkoako altxamenduaren 100. urtemuga ospatzen den urtean, gurekin ditugu Euskal Herrian Martina Anderson eta Kavanagh Sinn Feineko kideak. Martina Anderson Europar diputadua da, eta Kavanagh Sinn Feineko ordezkaria edo langilea Stormonteko parlamentuan. 100 urteren ondoren, aral daiteke Pazkoko altxamendua Europako lehen iraultza sozialista gisa edo Irlandaren independentzia agenda Britaniarrean jarri zuen pasarte militarra izan zen besterik gabe. Nola oroitzen da orduko altxamendua gaur egungo Irlandan?
Today it'll be remembered as both, because the people who were involved in the rising came both from nationalist and an internationalist tradition. Pearse was a nationalist, but Connolly was an international socialist. Over Connolly's headquarters in Dublin was a saying, a banner that said, "Neither king nor Kaiser." And you can see Connolly's influence in the proclamation. For democracy, it called for universal suffrage when women didn't have a vote. For equality, it called for all children to be treated equally. And for socialism, it talked about the nation, the wealth of the nation being in the ownership of the people of the nation. So clearly we have both influences, and today both those influences are recognised. So it was nationalist, but it was socialist.
Esan duzunarekin jarraituz, Paul, zein puntutaraino esan dezakegu bete direla matxinatuen helburuak?
I think at this moment very limited. The political parties that came out of the Easter Rising, particularly after the Civil War, have sought to serve themselves but not the people. They have forgotten what the proclamation actually said. Whilst they will pay lip service to it, they don't wish to enact it. There is no attempt to bring about the vision of those leaders in 1916.
Martina, 1916an altxamendua, 1919an alde bakarreko independentzia aldarrikapena Irlandar parlamentuak, 1919-1921 arteko independentzia gerra eta ondoko akordio partziala. Alta, hamarkada batzuk geroago gatazka berpiztu zen Irlanda iparraldean 1988ko Ostiral Santuko akordioak amaiera eman zion arte. Nola laburtzen alda bake prozesuan haren gaur egungo egoera? Urrengo erronkak eta oztopo nagusiak.
Well, you can see the trend from 1916 right up till today still reflecting itself in the rights of the people of Ireland, as Paul said, to the ownership of Ireland, and that right still being fought to be asserted. And therefore, that's the challenge for us. The proclamation of 1916 is as relevant today in 2016, 100 years on, as what it was the day it was penned. And we in Sinn Féin and Republicans and people of all shades of opinion, particularly in the 26 counties, who are fighting against austerity and oligarchs and neoliberalism, are still fighting to assert our rights and to implement the qualities and the freedoms that Paul has spoken about, that successive governments in the south of Ireland have blatantly ignored. So the relevance to it is still very real, but the challenges are there. And the challenge for us now as we face into an election in the 26 counties is to grow our political strength, to try to give us the capacity to bring about the implementation of the 1916 proclamation, which was without doubt revolutionary of its time and is still very relevant to us today.
Zuek biak kartzelan zineten prozesua garatu zen urteetan, eta akordioaren ondorioz kaleratuak izan zineten. Paul, zein izan da presoen papera prozesuan? Eta zein izan daiteke presoen ekarpena?
The role of the prisoners in the peace process has been crucial for two fronts. First of all, they were part of that strategic decision of how we move our struggle forward. The debate and discussion took place not just outside, but also in the jails between our people. So there was a clear path being mapped out, and their support for the leadership was crucial. If we had had a situation where a leadership on the outside was seeking to move forward and was clashing with prisoners inside, we would have had difficulties. So that initial support was really, really important. Since the release, that continuing support has been really important, but it's also their willingness, as demonstrated by Martina, to put themselves forward, to put themselves in front of the people, to ask for a democratic vote, and to take on those roles, to challenge the institutions. Martina has taken on a role as an MLA, as a minister, and now as a member of the European Parliament, out giving voice to the people's wishes, giving voice to the Republican demands. So it's very, very central.
And one last question to you, Martina. Neoliberalismoak gogotik jotzen du herrien soberaniaren kontra. Nola egiten alzaio aurre erasoni? Baldago hori egiterik egungo Europar batasunean?
Yeah, I firmly believe that international solidarity is the responsibility of all humanity. And I think we have got in the EU, as an institution, an arena that affords us the opportunity to do that. I look at the way I work with Yosu and other MEPs in the European Parliament. And we look to places like what is happening in the Basque Country, what's happening in Catalonia, Galicia, what's happening across Spain, where people are working together to confront neoliberalism and to assert their rights. We look to Scotland, we look what's happening in Ireland, and we are in a European Parliament that was born out of the ashes of World War II. And therefore I think that whilst without doubt neoliberalism is destroying the social fabric of society, but oligarchs and elites and global corporations and colonizers are on the run, being put under pressure, and they're being put under pressure by the people of Ireland, by the people of Scotland, by the Basque people, the people in Catalonia, by the people in the Galicians and others who are all trying to assert their national independence and sovereignty and retain that. So therefore, I think as a site of struggle, that's what it is. I think that the EU does afford us an arena where we can make that commonality and connective thread and support one another and give expression to our international solidarity, and at the same time demonstrate that national governments and nation states and member states and nationalism, not fascism, differentiate between fascism and nationalism, but progressive nationalism, which is the thread that we all share, that's challenging neoliberalism, that is against austerity and all that it represents. So I think we can do that, provided that we get the people to understand that this is where the EU was formed out of the ashes of World War II, and it's those ingredients that we can all come together to ensure that we build our political strength and get more support.
Eskerrik asko biei. Thanks a lot to both of you, and txokiorla.
Txokiorla.